What's good with it? Um, I'm a big Persona 5 fan. So I was just like, I'm gonna just do a ranking on all the palaces because why not? Uh, and everything I say in this video is just objectively correct.
Are you
Everything I
sure
say
about
is just
that?
objectively correct. Like, and if you have a problem, then like, it's just facts. Everything I say is just facts. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite games. Probably one of my favorite games of all time. And I didn't really know what to do for a video, so I'm like, I'm gonna just do a ranking of like all the palaces and stuff because I thought this would be like one of the easier rankings to do. So yeah, I love this game. I'm just like, I thought it would be a good idea. So um and yeah, and if you haven't played the game, I'm probably gonna go on a. If you haven't played the game, then like, you should play it because this is kind of like a spoiler, for all the levels and stuff. So first, we got Kamoshida. I thought Kamoshida's Palace was a very good introduction to the game. That whole arc was like very good. Um I thought it was very well done. And him as a villain, he was very strong start to a game. With the stuff that he was doing with like the abuse and stuff. And I thought it was a really cool idea. When like the whole palace and like changing his heart stuff. Very cool introductory. Um, his theme was all right. I'm gonna put Kamoshida's palace in B tier. I don't really remember his boss fight really being that good, but An's awakening was fire. So yeah, but pretty cool like introductory. A very good tutorial. A very good start to the game. So yeah, but Kamoshida, a great villain. The palace was pretty cool, but there's obviously a lot ones that I liked a lot more. So yeah. Next up, Madarame. Same thing with Madarame. I'd probably put Madarame. I'm not gonna lie, palace wise, I liked Madarame's palace. His palace was really dope, especially the whole part with with the going through the paintings and stuff. If y'all know what I'm talking about, like the whole level where you go through the paintings and you come out and you got to go through another paint. I thought that was really freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. His theme was pretty cool. Him as a villain, he was alright. Probably like one of the my least liked villains in the game, but his palace was cool. Like I liked his palace. Like it was cool. His theme was really dope. The boss fight was alright. Boss fight was alright. It was alright. Didn't really like it that much, but his palace was cool. Like I enjoyed going through his palace and the whole like paintings and like that whole area with like where it's just like gold. Like the one part that kind of pissed me off about his palace though is the where you had to guess the paintings, bro. I hated that. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Just I don't know, bro. I might move it later, but I don't know that paint where you had to like guess the paintings and stuff. That was really annoying. I don't know, bro. That was yeah. I'm gonna have to throw it down just cause of that part, dog. I'm not gonna lie, just cause of that part, bro. That I did not like that part, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like guessing the paintings and stuff. That was stupid. I didn't like that. Yeah. Next up, Kanashiro. Uh, I'm gonna put Kanashiro in B tier as well. Great palace. Um, yeah, good palace. Good villain. He was he was he was an actual like threat to like the human world compared to Kamoshida where he was like a threat to the school. I mean Kamoshida is obviously a threat to like pretty much everybody because he's a But Kanashiro was like an actual like threat to like outside of like school and so I thought he was a pretty good villain. He was like an actual threat like to the group. Um, but yeah, Kanashiro, his palace was cool. Going through like that whole area, the one part of his palace that I strictly remember the most is the whole area where you had to like his palace would change. Like you would have to click the button and like it would like the whole palace would like change and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. His theme, yo, Price slaps. Price, his palace theme slaps, bro. Um, but I just feel like compared, actually, put Kanashiro up in A tier, bro. Put him up in A tier, bro. His theme, honestly, just because of his theme alone, bro. His theme slaps, bro. Uh, I don't really remember the boss. It's been a while since I played, since I finished B5 Royal. But uh, I remember his boss fight was like solid. Makoto was also introduced in this arc too, and yeah, this whole arc was pretty cool. I liked it. Yeah, Kanashiro can stay in A tier, bro. Yeah, just overall a great arc. Makoto was introduced. Me, I'm a Makoto fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little biased, but yeah, yeah. And Price is just such a good song, bro. Such a song slaps, bro. Next up, we got, and I had to rearrange all these in order because like I didn't want to like start from the start from the last all the way up to the beginning. It was pretty weird. I wanted to do it in order, but yeah. Next up, we got Futaba. I'm gonna also put up Futaba in A tier. Um, Futaba's arc was really freaking good. Um, her palace theme, her palace theme. Personally, I think her palace theme is one of. I think her palace theme is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game. Um, I just thought like her whole backstory and everything was very interesting. The whole thing with her mom and like her development of like trying to overcome her anxieties and like all these other things that she was going through, and seeing her development. And I thought it was just an overall great arc. Futaba is a great character. I know a lot of people don't like Futaba, um, but I like Futaba. I think she's a great freaking character. Like personally, out of all the Persona games, she ain't my favorite navigator. Uh, but cool freaking character. Like, and her whole like backstory and everything, super interesting. Her palace was dope. Yeah, it was over. I think once I started, I think once Futaba's Palace, I think once I got to Futaba's Palace, I think that's when P5 Royal became like one of my favorite games like of all time. Like when I heard that theme, I was like, bro, this game is amazing. But yeah, yeah, Futaba was gonna stay in A. And it was a different. It felt like a little different compared to all these other ones. It felt a little bit more personal compared to the other ones. Um, and like she's not a villain, she's a part of the group, so it was a little bit more interesting. It changed the dynamic of the game a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to throw Futaba up in A tier. I thought it was some people probably might disagree, but I loved it honestly. So I'm gonna have to throw that up in A or S for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Size Palace is S tier. Why not? Uh, I think the whole concept of her palace is one of the most interesting in the entire game. The whole like casino aspect and like having to, do these different like little mini games. I thought that was super cool. Her boss fight was cool. Um, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, her and like I think was it size, but yeah. I don't really want to go too much into the spoilers. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into spoilers, but yeah, like there's a part uh within her palace that um like really changes the shift of like the whole like narrative of the game, and probably like one of the coolest like plot wise, her palace is probably one of the most uh like interesting in the entire game. Um, but yeah, like, and her Palace theme slaps so hard. Such a good song, such a good song. That thing really made me feel like I was like, you know, in like a casino type of kind of type of setting, you know. Yeah, but I'm put up in Esther. Amazing, amazing Palace, amazing level, amazing boss fight. Uh, Probably like the most unique Palace in the game, besides maybe a couple more that's on this that's up here. But yeah, cool Palace. Next up, we got Okumura. Now, with Okumura, Okumura is interesting because like a lot of people hate Okumura, right? Which is understandable because his boss fight is just so frustrating. The most frustrating fight in the entire game, probably. Super frustrating fight, and I can completely understand why most people like hate like Okumura. Me personally, I thought his palace was cool. I liked Okumura's palace. I didn't really like hate going through it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was cool. I didn't really uh I don't really have much to complain about his palace. It's just the boss fight that just really kind of just like doodles on everything that like you just went through. But I'd say I'd say it's like C tier, honestly. Out most people probably put a D tier or something, or like make a whole nother tier, Z tier, and put it in there. But his palace isn't terrible. It's just the boss fight that really just ruined it. His boss fight, they set his fight up to where you basically have to kill his like his the enemies that he spawns in front of you in a certain amount of hits, and if you like don't do it, they just completely reset it, and it's so annoying. It's really annoying. It's so frustrating. But other than that, I thought it was a cool palace. Um, the theme was like, the theme was a little bit crunchy. I didn't really like the theme that much. It was a little crunchy, but it's alright. It's just the boss fight that really ruins it. But the palace itself is cool. Just in my personal opinion. Shido is kind of tricky because a lot of stuff there's like there's a lot of like turning points that happens in this like in his palace. But I really didn't like going through it that much, honestly. The whole like rat puzzles and stuff, I didn't like it. Shido's palace was very long too. It was long, pretty long to go through. But uh, mm, I gotta put it up in A tier though. I have to because just the stuff that happens within the palace. Um, the whole thing that happened with Akechi, that was a great moment in the game. So I got to put it up in there. But going through the palace itself, I didn't really like it that much. But just because of the stuff that happened within it, and Shido's fight, dude, is insane. That's one of the best fights in the game. Me personally, Rivers in the Desert, bro, one of the best tracks in the game. The whole like just what I'm saying. Do I need to explain more, bro? Like I thought that whole ending to his palace was fire. Um, yeah, cool fight. And him, Shido as a villain, is pretty cool. But I personally think I don't think he's the best villain in the game. But I think he's up there. He's a great antagonist. I mean, he pretty much started it all, and like I wouldn't even really call that a spoiler really because when you first start Persona 5, you kind of see the reason why Joker ends up in the position that he ends up in is because of this bald-headed piece of garbage right here. Yeah. So yeah. Um, Next up, uh, this is the last. This is the Mementos one. I'd split it in like C tier. The whole. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. It's you know, it's like the puzzles, like the whole puzzle that they had at the start was pretty cool. Where you had the puzzles were cool. I enjoyed the puzzles for this one, and the theme was cool. The whole like concept of it was cool with like people being trapped and stuff. Cool concept. But I'm putting it low because yeah, the reason why I'm putting it this low is because like I just feel like the other ones are just better. Um, and that's pretty much it. And the other ones were just more fun to go through compared to the Mementos one. But yeah, I'm trying to like, I was trying to put Maruki's thing back down, but I don't know why it's just stuck. But yeah, next up, Maruki, best palace in the game. Maruki as a villain is my favorite antagonist in the entire game. I've never felt bad like going against like a villain. Like he wasn't even necessarily evil. It's just like he was just trying to do something and he did it, and the way how he was going about it was in like the wrong way. But he really had me thinking like, man, like is he really wrong? Like he's not like like I can understand where he's coming from. And like he really had me considering like, dang, like should I like just let him do what like should I just let him do it? Should I just let him warp? Should I just let him do it? Like, should I just let him create this world to where we can just. But the way how he was going about it, I was like, nah, I couldn't do it. But bro, amazing antagonist. The Palace was amazing. The whole third semester arc was just such a good like arc in storytelling and writing. Everything about Maruki's Palace was just great. The music, Gentle Madman is like one of my favorite tracks in the game. um like his whole like story, his whole backstory, like story wise, just everything about this palace was amazing. Everything about this level was amazing. The boss fight, amazing. Everything about like just this character and his level was just pretty much perfect. I don't really have anything bad to say about this whole about his palace. Yeah, I literally never I'm like thinking, I'm like, dang, like I literally felt bad going against him. Like it was crazy. Like he really had me considering like if I should just let him do it. Like should I just let him get away with what he was going to do? So yeah, great antagonist. Personally, I like out of all three of the Persona games I played, I still think Maruki is the best antagonist that we've seen from Persona so far. His voice actor also did an amazing performance. It's the same guy that that did Josuke. He passed away unfortunately. R.I.P. to him. But yeah, like dude put on an amazing performance for Maruki. Bro, like just absolutely killed it, man. Yeah, everything about this arc was just amazing. So third semester, and I'm not gonna lie, third semester is like a big part of the reason why when people say Persona 5 has like the worst story or like the Persona 5 story is trash, like bro, like come on, like third semester has amazing storytelling. Let's come on, let's be real here, bro. Like come on. But yeah, this is pretty much. Let me just look to see if I'd want to adjust anything, man. I might put Kaneshiro to B, honestly, because I don't even really remember that much of Kaneshiro's Palace, if I'm being completely honest with you. But maybe Madarame might go in. I don't know, man. Uh, I don't know. Madarame's Palace was cool, but it wasn't that good. I don't know. I didn't like it that much, but yeah, I'd say this is pretty much my ranking for all the palaces. Maruki, Sai, amazing. Futaba, I wouldn't mind putting Futaba in S, but I wouldn't say she's up there. But yeah, I this is pretty much my ranking for all these palaces. I thought this would be like the easiest one to do, uh, compared to the rest of them. But yeah, that's pretty much it.